He stood in front of a judge, suit on, glasses on, quiet for the first time in his life, and asked to go home. The judge stared back and said absolutely nothing. That silence? That's the answer. His name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail. You know him as Johnny Somali, and for the past year and a half, he has been stuck inside South Korea, banned from leaving, while a case with 8 separate charges has slowly, methodically closed every exit around him. 4 counts of obstructing businesses, 2 minor offense violations, and 2 deepfake sexual violence charges that prosecutors refused to drop, no matter how hard his team pushed. That last part, that's where this gets really serious. But here's what most people haven't put together yet. The prison sentence might actually be the smallest part of what's coming for him. On February 27th, he walked into his final trial date looking different. Suit pressed, glasses on, early for once. And people noticed, because this guy showing up early to anything was already a sign he understood something had shifted. Then he opened his mouth. He told the judge he'd been held captive in South Korea for a year and a half. He said he didn't understand how serious Korean laws were because he was born and raised in America. He implied the whole thing was essentially a cultural misunderstanding. The judge's expression reportedly didn't move an inch. Legal observers watching in real time said it out loud. That defense doesn't work anywhere in the world. Visitors are still expected to follow local laws. That argument didn't earn sympathy. It earned eye rolls. But then, and this is the part that made jaws drop, that same week, he went live online and called South Korea one of the most stupid countries in the world, mocked its legal system, went on a rant about plastic surgery, all of it clipped, spread everywhere, and handed directly to the people tracking this case. And people were tracking it, closely. There's a group that has been following this case since before most people even knew it was serious. They showed up to court dates, took notes, had legal documents reviewed. In April 2025, months before the final trial, they reportedly submitted their own materials to prosecutors and the judge. They even predicted ahead of time exactly how he would handle his closing arguments. Late apology, blame shift, cultural ignorance defense. And then they watched it happen exactly that way. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern. His lawyers submitted 1 letter of reflection after the trial had already wrapped. Another streamer caught up in legal trouble around the same time submitted 7 throughout the entire process. 7 versus 1 after the fact. In a case this serious, that contrast tells the judge everything about whether remorse is real or just strategy. His mother submitted a petition for leniency in late March, and even legal expert Legal Mindset, who has covered every single hearing, said plainly that due to the timing and Ramzi's own behavior, it was highly unlikely the judge would take it seriously. Why it matters. Here's the part that goes way beyond YouTube drama. If South Korea's sex offender registration follows him home, and under U.S. federal law it very well could, he'd have 72 hours after landing on American soil to register. 3 days. And if he doesn't, that's a federal offense carrying up to 10 additional years. We're not talking about a ban from Twitch. We're talking about housing restrictions, employment barriers, movement limitations. A complete reshaping of daily life that doesn't fade and doesn't get walked back with an apology video. He built a career out of pushing every boundary he could find, in Japan, in Israel, in South Korea. And every single time, he walked away. Until he didn't. Sentencing is April 15th. That date is 4 days away. So here's the real question. And I genuinely want to know what you think. Was any part of this avoidable? Or was this always where this was heading from the very first stream? Drop your honest take below. And if you want to be here the moment the verdict drops, you already know what to hit.